Hey, folks. This is the Facebook Live I promised yesterday in my reel. It's not going to be as long as my last batch of Facebook Live because people complained that 10 minutes was too long. So we are going to go maybe 5 or 6 minutes at most. As I mentioned in the reel, I had a heart attack 6 months ago. A lot of you know that if you've been following me or are friends with me. Yeah, you know I had a heart attack the night before Halloween. And a heart attack is supposed to be a life changing event, but it hasn't been. And that's what this video is about. It's me talking to you about the fact that I'm still waiting for my transformation. And yeah, there were some little things that kind of changed. I mean, for one thing, I'm taking a whole bunch of meds that I wasn't taking before. I've got 5 stents in my heart that I didn't have before. I'm a lot more conscious of the fact that I'm eating things I shouldn't be eating than I was before, but it hasn't really changed my eating. Christy got on kind of a jag to make my lunches. She was inspired to make my lunches, but what was happening is I was gaining weight, or I was at least not losing weight, and so I basically asked her to stop making me lunches and to try to keep me into an Atkins situation. And I've been doing Atkins, but I haven't been faithful on Atkins. So I'm still at the same weight. I've had people say, "Oh, Rich, you look so good. How much weight have you lost at your heart attack?" Well, none. I've lost no weight. If anything, I'm up a couple of pounds. And it's because nothing's happened. I don't know what it is. My heart attack just didn't seem like that big a deal. I mean, yeah, in the moment, but even then, in the moment, I would say, okay, I wasn't screaming in pain. I didn't pass out. I stayed conscious for the whole thing. I had pain in my shoulder, pain in my heart, to the degree that I thought this is not normal, and I better call somebody. So I had Christy call 911. And it was a good thing I did because, yeah, I was 90% blocked and I potentially could have died that night. But I caught it early enough that, again, I stayed conscious. I stayed conscious through the first surgery where they put in 3 stents. I was conscious the next morning when they did the next 2 stents. I don't know. Did it need to be worse for it to be a transformational moment? My brother in law had his chest cracked open and he couldn't do anything for a long time after that. Was that a transformational moment for him? From what I've heard, not everything has changed in his life either. In fact, I went to work just 2 days after, uh, 2 work days. I mean, okay, so the heart attack was Thursday morning. I had Friday off. Then you had Saturday, Sunday. I took Monday off because I just felt like I've got to take Monday off. But I was back at work on Tuesday and talked to my boss. My boss is like, "Well, if you need another day off, take another day off." So I took Wednesday off, but I wasn't getting paid for these days off, so I didn't keep taking days off really. You'd think you have a heart attack, you take at least a week, maybe two, but no. And that's the thing is life just stayed normal. I should be inspired, right? That's what everybody says. I should be inspired to lose weight, to eat right, to exercise, to do all those things that I haven't done to this point because I have a second lease on life. It's not happening. So I've got to figure out why it's not happening and maybe realize that a transformation isn't going to be based on the heart attack. That not every transformation is based on some significant life event. That any true transformation is going to be based on whether or not I can really decide to choose, to change who I am and what I'm doing, or maybe change what I'm doing so it changes who I am. I don't know, this is me just kind of thinking out loud. I wish I had some great epiphany to share with all of you. And maybe you could share with me what kind of transformations have you had? What spurred you to change everything? What's wrong with me? Why isn't this heart attack changed my life? Just wondering. Thanks, folks. I appreciate you tuning in.